All right, question 7. Quite like question 6, but we can be a bit more specific now. We're not going to give 2 answers, we're only going to give 1. They haven't told us enough information straight away. But we know here cos is positive, sine is negative, yeah? Which means SATC. So cos being positive could be either of these two, but sine being negative tells us that it's going to be down here instead. So we're going to draw our triangle down here. We know the radius is 5. We know the adjacent is positive 4. So we have y here, and y is going to come out as negative, yeah? So 5 squared equals 4 squared plus y squared. Well, technically it's going to be negative y squared. It doesn't matter. Negative y. So y squared equals 5 squared. Take 4 squared. So y equals negative 3. Negative because down from horizontal, i.e. fourth quadrant. Which means we can find tan, because it's y on x, it's always opposite over adjacent, which means it's going to be negative 3 over the adjacent, which was 4. So tan alpha equals negative 3/4. Let's look at our next question. Okay, we've been told sine alpha equals positive 1/4 and tan alpha is negative. So let's draw that. We know sine SATC, it could be either here or here because sine is positive, but tan is negative. So it's here. Okay, we know sine alpha equals 1/4, which is opposite over radius. We need to find x, which is going to come out as negative because we're, to the left. Opposite over radius, yep. Which means 4 squared equals 1 squared plus x squared. So 4 squared, x squared is 4 squared, take 1 squared, so x is root 15, and it's negative because second quadrant. Okay, now let's figure out what cos alpha is. Cos alpha is always x on r, which in this case is negative root 15 over 4. Last question from question 7. Yes, I remembered to paste the image. Okay. Here, we've got to find tan theta, given that sine theta is negative and cos theta is positive. So, SATC, we know sine theta is negative, so we're down here, but we also know cos theta is positive. The only time sine is negative and cos is positive, we're here. Sine's negative, so we're not here. Okay, so sine theta is negative 21 on 29, which is the opposite over the radius. So if I draw it, the opposite is 21. Well, it's negative 21 because it's going downwards. The radius is 29. The radius is always positive, so we need to find x. So 29 squared equals negative 21 squared plus x squared. So x squared is 29 squared take negative 21 squared. So x is, does that come out as anything nice? 29 squared take 1 squared. Oh, yes it does, 20. And we know it's positive because, well, it's to the right. It's in the fourth quadrant. Okay, which means tan theta is opposite over adjacent, so it's y over x. So we've got negative 21 over 20.